This is a demonstration of how I increased the effectiveness of my Amazon ads 10,000 times. I'm going to walk you through the entire process. Now, the first rule of book marketing is that the more books you publish, the less you have to market each of them. This is because each subsequent book acts as an advertisement for the previous ones. And this is also where I find myself in a bit of a jam, because I've only published one book so far. The next book is months away. Every author in the world finds themselves in this position at some point in their career. Not every author finds a way around this. I did, and I'm going to show you how I did it. Now, this method will work for authors with any number of published titles. 1, 10, 1,000. You are not required to be a first-time author for this to work, but it does involve some specialized software. I'll show you what I mean. This is an ad for my book, Advent 9. Like most Amazon ads, it contains a picture of the product as well as some flavor text. The ad's text reads as follows: "You are broken. You are unworthy. You are the world's greatest hope." A bit schmaltzy, I admit, but there has been a positive reception from customers. And with an ad like this, Amazon gives you many options. You have the option to turn the ad on and off. You have the option to set the default bid for the ad. You have the option to set the ad's daily budget. You also have the option to set the individual bids for keywords, products, and categories your ad will be associated with. And you can set how much of a premium you want to pay to have your ad served at the top of the search on a search page, or as a recommended product on the product page of someone else's book. These are all things that Amazon will let you do. But what Amazon won't let you do is change these values automatically. Settings only change when you change them. They do not update based on time of day or conditions on the ground. If you want to optimize these settings throughout the day, then you have to log into your advertising account multiple times throughout the day to change the settings according to your desire. This task would be onerous for any author, but I found it to be particularly vexing as an engineer. You're telling me that if I don't want my ads to be run in the dead of night when nobody is buying anything, that I have to go in there and manually turn them off? That makes me angry, and you won't like me when I'm angry. It turns out that Amazon ads have an API. Now, for those who are not technically inclined, an API is a way of connecting your own software to something like Amazon's ad servers. Using the Amazon Ads API, we can create our own control panel for our Amazon ads. All it takes is a little bit of coding. What's that? You don't know how to code and you are not willing to learn? No worries. There are many Amazon Ads management services you can hire. These services will allow you to use their control panels, all for the low price of $700 every month. So by all means, hire someone else to do your dirty work. By all means, slash your profit margins down to nothing. Give away your hard-won royalties so they can become someone else's source of passive income. You are free to do this, but that is not what I did. Allow me to show you what a homebrewed Amazon Ads app can do. I made this application in Java. Don't judge me. It took about a week to create a functioning prototype, and then maybe another week to add all the features I wanted. It is not a difficult program to create, even with a full UI. Let me show you all the things it can do. First, select an account to log into. If you are an internationally published author, you should have several. But as I only publish my book currently in the US, I only have the one. These are all the Amazon ad campaigns I have right now that are not archived, including several variations of the "You Are Broken" ad that you saw earlier in the video. One of the most important features of this application is the ability to view the purchase history associated with each ad. Let us go to the original "You Are Broken" advertisement and take a look at its purchase history. This campaign ran for roughly the month of December last year, and it was run at a time when I didn't have this current software that I am using. Amazon keeps a 90-day running history for each advertising campaign, and any purchases older than 90 days it forgets. So because this campaign was so new, I was still able to extract the purchase history even though I haven't used my software to serve ads during that time. Still, I got a good haul for the month of December, and keep in mind this is only one of the ad campaigns I used that month. The real numbers are roughly double this, but because I did not yet have a proper control panel for my Amazon ads, I ended up paying way too much for all of these conversions. These are arranged by day of the week: Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Across all my ad campaigns, the best days for me have always been Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. But I did not know that until I built this software and it told me. Amazon does not natively tell you what your best days of the week are. It is also possible to be alerted to the time of day each purchase happens if you connect this program to Amazon's AWS service, though that is a little bit more complicated and I am still working on that. My software records and saves all the purchase history that it receives from Amazon. So it is capable of showing a purchase history longer than 90 days. And you can switch between those two views here, but this campaign is younger than 90 days, so there is no difference. You can also switch the display to show different kinds of metrics, like for example sales, which shows the same thing but in amounts of currency. Lastly, you can filter the results by conversion age. Most people will, if they buy through an ad, will buy on the same day they clicked the ad. But Amazon keeps track of people who purchased 7 days after they clicked your ad, 14 days after they clicked your ad, and 30 days after they clicked your ad. This sales history tool is a significant feature of my software, and if it were the only thing my software did, it would have been well worth the effort. But the real power of this software comes from how it controls the way ads are served, which I will demonstrate now. Let us go to the current iteration of the "You Are Broken" ad campaign and click Manage. This is the control panel for that ad campaign. It currently has 5 rules in force, spread across 3 rule sets: a Sunday rule set, a weekend rule set, and an everyday rule set. This software will always run the most specific rule set that applies. So on Sunday, the rule that will be kept is the Sunday rule. On Saturdays, the 2 weekend rules will be enforced, and then any day that is not Sunday or Saturday are subject to the 2 everyday rules. The user may add or remove rules to their heart's content, and they may implement rules for any day of the week, for weekends, for weekdays, or for every day. To create a new rule, go to the panel at the top of the dialog. The user will be able to select a day and time for the rule, and each rule must have a unique day and time. Then they may be able to specify whether this rule will turn on or off this ad campaign. Each rule may also select what the daily budget will be, and also implement a fail-safe for that budget. The reason for this is that there is a rumor that Amazon will give preferential treatment to ad campaigns that set a high budget, for example, $100,000. But if you are afraid of spending too much money, then you want a fail-safe, a point at which the ads will turn off if it reaches that dollar amount. So for example, for this rule, I set a budget of $100,000, but keep my fail-safe at $150,000. Each rule can also change the campaign's bid strategy, as well as adjust the individual bids on each keyword. For each keyword, product, and category, Amazon offers 3 bid recommendations: a high bid, a median bid, and a low bid. Here you can implement any of these recommendations. There is also a multiplier that you can apply to these recommendations to bring them closer to your desired bids. I like to take the low recommendation and multiply it by 1/2. This prevents my ads from being shown in low conversion situations. But then I ramp up my top of search and product pages premiums, which means that my ads will be shown in those more profitable situations. This strategy has worked well for me. Your mileage may vary. After getting this software up and running, I saw my advertising costs plummet on Amazon. I get to choose when my ads are shown, and I get to choose how intensely they are shown during those time periods. This means I don't pay for ads that aren't likely to convert. Every one of my ad dollars goes further. Honestly, I'd like to share this software with other authors and sellers on Amazon, but there are liability issues at play here. Any software that controls a business's cash flow is going to have those issues. Any solution to the legality problem would require me to incorporate the business and charge people money, probably. But I can encourage you to code your own app or get a friend who can do it for you. By now, you should have some idea of what is possible. I wish you luck in your endeavor. If you liked this demonstration or were helped by it at all, then I invite you to pick up a copy of my book, Advent 9. This story takes place in a world where superheroes used to exist, but have now gone extinct. The very last of their kind now seeks to protect humanity all by himself, but he has no memory of how he started this line of work, and the only clue to his past is a recurring dream where a disembodied voice compels him to count to 9. This book was one of the last ever to be edited by David Farland, who called it absolutely brilliant, and who declared that this was the first time that the superhero genre had been done justice in the form of a prose novel. But what did he know? He was just the chief judge of the most prestigious writing contest in the world, and a best-selling author in his own right, and the one who convinced Scholastic to import the Harry Potter series from the UK, and that he taught creative writing at the collegiate level to Brandon Sanderson, Brandon Mull, James Dashner, and Stephanie Meyer. I'm sure it meant nothing that he loved Advent 9 so much that he decided to edit it for free, a service he normally charged thousands of dollars for. Honestly, after you're done picking up Advent 9, pick up one of his Rune Lords novels too, or any of his Star Wars stuff. And if you have kids, get them his Ravenspell series. Or pretend you have kids and get them for yourself. That's it for the demonstration. May the Schwartz be with you.